Good morning, and it's Lilia from Heal Scotland here. And with me today, I've got Susan Brookes, who is one of our guest presenters at the Dundee Goddess Gathering this coming weekend. So, hi Susan, thanks so much for coming on. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. It's great to be here.
Great stuff. Now, like most of our goddesses who are presenting, we have a plethora of skills. You know, you can't ask people anymore, what do you do? Because we've all done hundreds of courses, been to lots of different workshops, etc., study all sorts of different things online. So, but tell us what it is you're going to be bringing to the Goddess Gathering.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing a combination of basically put together. So I'll be working with basically my classic facial massage, but sort of condensed into something that people can use themselves. So I'll be showing them basically how to help sort of clear certain areas of their skin. So if they've got any issues, say with their sinuses, if there's any blockages or anything that's needing drained, we can drain them. So many people are suffering from colds and blockages, and it's stuffing them all up and causing problems with their breathing, and we don't want that. We want it all unblocked, and also it causes a lot of impurities and things on the skin, and it all shows up. So we want rid of all that. So basically the first part will be empowering people how to do that for themselves. So yeah, I'm here and people can come and have that done by me. I'm very classically trained, but I think it's good to show people how to do that themselves. So I'll be going through a very basic, on the first part of what I'll be showing people how to do, very basic thing. So you can easily do this at home, very gently, clearing away all the gunk. Basically, mammoth point massage will be what I'll be going through. And then from there, I'll be taking the next process will be a gentle meditation, making people of what is going on in their bodies and helping them to be aware so they can help heal themselves. Sort of the basics of it, and a little bit of introduction onto a card reading. I was very classically trained. I was a very lucky girl. Way back, all 38 years ago, when I studied beauty therapy, I was trained at Mary Read in Edinburgh. And Mary Read was Elizabeth Arden's first pupil.
Okay.
There was Mary Read, and there was also another woman who was called Dorothy Baxter, who trained me herself in beauty, and she trained all Helena Rubinstein's girls in New York and in London, and she trained me. So my massage movements basically are, well, Helena, influenced by Rubinstein. I think it's still Rubinstein's massage I've got, but with the influence of Arden. So these two women were the original women that started the beauty industry themselves, and along came Rubinstein as well. So they were the three beauty queens. So I'm very privileged to have the knowledge that I do, which comes from them.
So just to let me recap then. So really what because we have so much stagnation in the face, and obviously I think in the West we tend to think of massage as a pampering thing rather than an actual essential part of being well. And obviously the skin being the biggest organ in the body,
absolutely,
to move the energy, and with the sinus areas, obviously teeth, etc. All of that. It's your whole lymphatic, isn't it, all the way down to here.
Yeah.
So it's really moving any toxicity. And of course, it is a beautiful place. I mean, who doesn't love getting a facial? So, but you're
Totally.
you're taking these techniques that are tried and tested from these geniuses of our time. So would then you be able to do it on yourself, but maybe you and your friend could do it on each other?
Yeah, yeah. You can basically work. You can. What I'm going to show you is how to do something on yourself. So you can work it just in clearance. So the skin is the largest organ in the body. The skin shows things. People do not realize this, but shows what's going on inside the body. As a therapist, I can actually tell what's going on inside the body by just looking at the skin. You know, I can tell what's going on in the digestive system, if something's going on, certain types of spots, if the skin is red, if it's irritated, if it's inflamed, lots of different things. It gives us clues if it's hormonal imbalance. You know, it's what is going on in the face tells us what actually is going on inside the body. The clues are all there. They're absolutely all there. We've just got, not taking care of ourselves. It shows. It absolutely shows. We've just got to basically pick them up, and they're easily missed. So I'll be talking a bit about that. The other part, I have been on quite a journey myself, and it's, through the 38 years, which has developed in many a way. And I suppose it's a bit about my story of what has happened in sort of my life through beauty therapy, but there's also put in, into energy therapies as well, and the building of that and what's happened. I basically, I've done quite a few things: crystals, angelic, Reiki. Now becoming a teacher of angelic Reiki, and massively empowered. But the energies sort of all mixed. So it's brought me into sort of healing, which I didn't realize it really was it's all come through this massage, because I ended up sort of becoming, unbeknown to me, doing energy therapy really through my massage. It was given to me, and I was basically taken on I would say, a spiritual journey as well. And through what I'm going to be doing in my workshop, it's basically my journey through my career. Now I've put this workshop together, which is now going to become a course. One which I would say is for general public, and one which is going to be for a practitioner level. And it's basically helping to get people to heal themselves, bring that in, which is very, very empowering, and also get them to relax. And anybody can basically, do a little bit of psychic work, mediumship, and it's just teaching. It's a little bit of fun as well, and bringing that into it. And also, you can also work on other people, as you say. So it's something a wee bit different for me. It's through, I would say, my passion of wanting to help people, because I think this is where my passion actually lies. Through which basically was beauty therapy, working sort of on and then bringing everything in. One of my other things that I have done is soul midwifery, which, for those that maybe do not know what soul midwifery is, basically speaking to people, and that are towards end of life and letting them speak, and sitting with them when, not necessarily when they're the dying stage, but speaking to them and bringing them through that as well. So this has all come in,
That's like what
through
I'm
my
saying.
journey,
Everybody,
as a
everybody
beauty
that
therapist.
everybody that I'm speaking to is having a very similar, describing a similar process to what you described. It's been kicked off very often by Reiki, actually, and then that opens you up to other different things. And I'm a hairdresser to trade, but I also did beauty. I used to work with Dermalogica, so touching people, getting my hands on people, and being close to people, and like you, picking up on things without even having to be told. I think that's just a sense now that all of us are kind of wakening up to. And then you're bringing in your skills and how you can, because I mean, obviously from the Heal Scotland perspective, we're all about empowering the people, teach the people how to do it. There's nothing nicer than getting a facial. But if you can't get out, you don't have the time, you don't have the money, or whatever is your restraints, you can do this yourself. So that's phenomenal. That's exciting. That's something a bit different, as you say. Now, but let's talk about the psychic side, because clearly that's a big. Everybody loves the psychics. So
Oh
you're
God.
going to be doing some readings, or are you going to be doing what are you going to be doing?
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah, I will be doing some readings intermingled with the actual treatment as well, which is great. I love doing readings. I love doing psychic work. I think it brings a lot of comfort, a lot of joy to everybody. Whether it's somebody that has recently had a loss, or whether it's just, you're bringing in people who are family members from the past. I always think, it gives people a lot more strength, a lot of comfort. Also, one of the big things for me is it's not doom and gloom. It's happiness. It brings forward happiness, laughter, love, compassion, as well as strength. I think is immense. It's not everybody's belief system. I wouldn't try and force that onto anybody, but if you have that belief system that life does not just go when we die, that we just move on, the body is kaput, but the energy lifts and goes on, and there are people round about us, but in a different form. It's another energy. It's all about energy, and to me, that's what it's all about. But giving people the joy of, having a reading or an angelic reading, and knowing there's something else there, gives so much comfort. Truth, because it's just that little bit they need to know that there's something there, or someone that they have or have loved, that are still about, and they can communicate. It's like a telephone line. It's just like a telephone line.
Hope instead of despair and disconnection. It's kind of connection, and it's a hope. And I mean, it's just it's so much nicer to have these belief systems and to think it's the end, because that grief can be really, and grief can be devastating anyway. But if you actually believe that at some point you're going to be reunited, it can definitely ease the pain, for sure.
Definitely.
So do you have a place, or do you work from home? Or?
Well, I do work from home, but I'm quite happy to go out and about, doing different clinics. I have done in the past. I love doing that. Absolutely love doing that. I have worked as far up as Banff. So it's fine with me. I do sort of advanced work, your peels and things like that as well, your dermabrasion. I love getting all the dead skin off people's
Yeah.
Faces. We have 15 to 20 layers of dead cells just on the top layer. And getting rid of all that gunk really refreshes the skin, makes it bright and plump. It just makes such a difference. It's such a simple treatment. Exfoliating at home is great, but it will never replace a good treatment. It has a good treatment has to be done to really get rid of all the dead cells. It builds up, and also when we get to a certain age, our skin does not shed the same, so we do need that little bit of help. But when we do, things like a massage, we get so much from it, absolutely so much from it, because it's the circulation, it's the lymph, it's the touch, the connection, which I don't think everybody understands. The stress relief and everything you get from that, you can't always put that into words.
No, human touch.
You can't always put that into words. And, I sometimes, I do full body massage and things like that, hot stones and things as well. But I always come back to facial massage because I think there is something so brilliant working on the face. There's something that working on the rest of the body, it just doesn't have. You get all the lymph drainage, something, but the actual pleasure from a facial massage is something much more, because it just has that something so special. So special.
I totally agree. Your head and your face. There's nothing better. You're making me want one now. And hot stone, I've not had that because I used to love hot stone massage. Just absolutely fantastic. Well, listen, that's amazing. So if people want to contact you, in terms of the psychic readings, do you come out and do groups? Because
I do come out and do groups.
You go to spiritualist churches as well.
Yeah, I do that. I'm actually out. Where am I? At Lawrence Kirk with Jackie. Jackie Padley.
Yeah.
I'm out with Jackie Padley on the Sunday evening after I finish in Dundee. So I'm out at Lawrence Kirk that evening. Yeah, I quite happily come out.
Do you have a website? Can people contact you if they want to?
Yeah, or they can message me on Facebook. It's Susan Brookes Beauty and Laser Clinic. Or we also have the psychic therapist with the healing touch, which I've just not long set up. Very much in development, and one of the things I will be doing this year, I feel very inspired this year, will be teaching. And I'll be teaching what I'm bringing to the workshop, but also I'll be teaching the facial massage, which is classic and very much part of my passion. To be able to teach something that was basically introduced by the beauty queens, to bring something that was Rubinstein's, very much classically trained, as I say, but was Helena Rubinstein's to the forefront. I want to bring that back in. It needs passed on. I can't keep that to myself.
Exactly, and that's how we pass it on, isn't it? There's so many. Back in the day when training used to be very classic, very strict. Exactly. And that seems to have gone now. We've got more training and we've got less skilled people, it seems. So it's really good to hear.
Yeah, when I was trained, gosh, honestly, Lilia, when our makeup wasn't on, and if we were doing facial work, we had to have heels. We were sent back upstairs to get ourselves sorted out, or we were thrown out of class.
Yes.
We were thrown out, our knuckles wrapped. If the nails were too long, knuckles wrapped. Definitely, it's a different standard. I did teach. I did actually teach at Mary Read myself, and also at Forth Valley at one point, quite a few years ago. Now I just want to teach my own stuff. I've also got a hot stone massage, but it's specifically facial, which I've created myself. So there's lots of stuff going on, but it's the combination of, what would I say, and this psychic work, which I've thrown in, and it's like a lovely combination. So that is the wee bit difference. We can go classical, we can go the combination. It's a really nice thing. A really nice thing. And when you come to me, I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed therapist. So you don't usually get out the door for 2 hours. Yeah, because I have such a passion for what I do.
Yeah, that's fantastic, fantastic. And as you say, you know, there's so much going on up here now, and I think I just think human touch is something everybody's scared to touch each other now. We're living in mental times, and we need human touch, don't we? And you know, I'm sure I know in the salon a lot of times, you know, I had a woman the other day. She said, "I've just so enjoyed being in here and just, you know, just the chat, the touch." She'd been lonely, lost her mum, and you just think, God, it's so sad, isn't it?
It is. Definitely.
It's nice that you're able to give that to somebody, that comfort, through, you know, your chat and your friends and your being there.
The other thing I think also doing the job, we also, as you'll know, with doing your hairdressing, people talk. We're almost like a counselling service at times as well. We hear so much.
Yes.
You know, we become very good listeners. And I mean, it won't be the first time that I've referred over to, you know, a psychotherapist for people to have help. But, you know, that's, you know, things that we've, you know, I've had to do in the past, because you tend to then recognise, you know, things that go on. I mean, as I say, 30 years experience, and you end up being very sensitive and an empath. There's so much that does come in.
I know. I think it's very exciting times that we can even talk about stuff like this now. I mean, all my clients get nutrition consultation as well, flung in. Yeah. So there's a few comments there. I would love to have a read. I love hearing your story. Sounds interesting. Yeah. Well, listen. I look forward to seeing you. I'll see you on Saturday morning.
Can't wait. So looking forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, very exciting. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. Excited to see you, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.